I am Bhaskar, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. In today's class, we are going to see derivation of one-dimensional heat equation and various possible solutions of one-dimensional heat equation by variable separable method. Right. First, we'll see derivation of one-dimensional heat equation. Right. See, we will consider a homogeneous bar. This is nothing but one homogeneous bar. Consider a homogeneous bar of a constant cross-section area, capital A. Let rho be the density, S be the specific heat, and K be the thermal conductivity of the material. Let these sites insulated so that the streamlines of heat flow are parallel and perpendicular to the area A. These sites are insulated so that streamlines of heat flow are parallel and perpendicular to the area capital A. Let one end of the bar be taken at the origin O. So one end of the bar we have been taken at the origin O, and the direction of the heat flow be the positive x direction. The direction of the heat flow should be in positive x axis. Let U equal to U of x comma t be the temperature of the slab at a distance x from the origin. Now, consider an element of bar between the planes PQRS and P dash Q, P dash Q dash R dash S dash at a distance x and x plus delta x from the end. O means origin. See here, two slabs we have been considered. One is P Q R S, another one should be P dash Q dash R dash S dash from the origin O. Right. Let delta U be the change in the temperature in the slab of a thickness delta X of the bar. The delta U be the change in these planes. Okay. Right. Now mass of the element. How do you find mass of the element is A into rho into delta X. Okay. Quantity of heat stored in the slab element. Quantity of the heat stored in the slab element is A into rho into S into delta X into delta U. Next. Hence, the rate of increase of heat in the slab element is capital R equal to A into rho into S into delta X into dou U by dou T. This one I will treat it as equation 1. Next, if Ra is the rate of heat in heat inflow and R naught is the rate of heat outflow, we have Ra, rate of heat inflow of the slab, is minus Ka into dou U by dou X at X. At X means at this point, rate of heat inflow. Right. Next, R naught. What is that? R naught is rate of outflow minus Ka into dou U by dou X, X plus delta X at this point, rate of outflow. Now, the negative sign is due to flow of heat from higher temperature to lower temperature. Now, from equation 1 and 2, see this is equation 1 and 2, this is equation 1 and 2. Now, from equation 1 and 2, R equal to Ra minus R naught. What is that? Ra is rate of inflow minus rate of outflow, that equal to the rate of increase heat in the slab element. So R equal to Ra minus R naught. What is R? We know that from equation 1. Next, Ra minus R naught, if you know that in equation 2, just I am substituting. So if you substitute R equal to A into rho into S into delta X into dou U by dou T equal to Ra is nothing but Ka minus. Here see, first I am writing this R naught term, negative is there. So next minus Ri term I am writing. So now Ka into dou U by dou X into X plus delta X minus Ka into dou U by dou X at X. Now dou U by dou T I am keeping this side, remaining all terms I am sending to this side. Right, Ka is there, Ka into Ka I am taking common in this two. Just if you divide this, that A get cancelled, K only remains. Then rho into S, here I am writing dou U by dou X at X plus delta X minus dou u by dou x at x divided by delta x, I'll write. Now, taking limit as delta x tends to 0 in RH, in RHS, right. Now, dou u by dou t equal to k divided by rho into delta s. So, dou u by dou t equal to k divided by rho into s into limit delta x tends to 0, dou u by dou x, x plus delta x minus dou u by dou x at x divided by delta x. What is this one? According to the partial differentiation definition, we will write this one dou by dou x of dou u by dou x. This k divided by rho into s I have written as it is. Now I'll write dou u by dou t equal to this one. What I'm doing now, k in divided by rho into s I am writing as c square. This one dou by dou x of dou u by dou x is dou square u by dou x square I am writing. So what is that heat equation? Dou u by dou t equal to c square into dou square u by dou x square is the required one-dimensional heat equation. Right. Now we are going to see various possible solutions of heat equation, by the method of separation of variables. What is heat equation? Now only we derived dou u by dou t equal to c square into dou square u by dou x square. Now one dimensional heat equation is given by u suffix t equal to c square into u double x also we can write. That only I am treating as equation 1. Here we are doing by separation of variables. Separation of variables means I will take that u equal to capital X, capital T I will take, where capital X is a function of small x and capital T is a function of small t. Be the solution of equation 1. Now this one I am treating as equation 2, u equal to xt, capital X, capital T. Where x is a function of small x, capital T is a function of small t. Right. Now if you substitute, put equation 2 in equation 1. Right, this is equation 2, u equal to xt. I am putting capital X, capital T equal to c square into dou square of capital X, capital T divided by dou x square. If you put that one in this equation 1, you will get like this. So already I told that capital X is a function of small x, capital T is a function of small t. So capital X into dou capital T divided by dou small t, c square into capital T into dou square x capital X divided by dou x square. Now what I will do, this one I am going to divided by x in capital X c square t. If you divide that one, what you will get? T variables are all, capital T variables are all one side you will get, capital X variables are all one side you will get. Now 1 by c square into t dou capital T divided by dou small t equal to 1 by x into dou square capital X divided by dou x square equal to k. Right. Now I will equate. I separated capital T terms are all one side and capital X terms are all one side. Now I will equate this one to a constant k. So if you will equate to a constant k, I will get 1 by c square capital T into dou capital T divided by dou small t equal to k. 1 by x into dou square capital X divided by dou x square equal to capital K. Now this is capital T is a function of only one variable, that is small t. So that's why this dou I am writing as d. D capital T divided by d small t minus k into c square capital T equal to 0. Now we can write this one d square capital X divided by dx square minus k into capital X equal to 0. This only we will write simply d minus k into c square capital T equal to 0. Another one I can write d square minus k into capital X equal to 0. Right, this one I am treating as equation 3 and this one I am treating as equation 4. What is that? Capital D is nothing but d by dt, and what is that? Capital D square is nothing but here d square by dx square. Right, so from here onwards we are assuming this k containing various possible solutions. One is k equal to 0 we are taking, another one is k equal to p square, another one is k equal to minus p square. First one should be when k equal to 0, we are substituting in equation 3 and equation 4. Now if I'll put k equal to 0, d capital T equal to 0. Okay, now this only I'll write an auxiliary equation m equal to 0. M equal to 0 means only one root. So that one how can I write? Capital T into C1 into e power 0t I'll write. What is that? E power 0t is nothing but 1. So that is equal to capital T equal to C1. Next, I'll take equation 4. Here k equal to 0 I'll put d square, capital D square into capital X equal to 0. This only I'll write in auxiliary equation form. We'll write m square equal to 0. M square equal to 0 means two roots. That only I'll write m equal to 0, comma 0. If the roots are 0, comma 0, I'll write x equal to, capital X equal to CF. How do you write? C2 plus C3x. Now, what is that substitution I took? U equal to capital X, capital T I took. What is that capital X is? Capital X is, here we will taking, say here, capital X is C2 plus C3x, C2 plus C3x into C1. This is U equal to X into T. Capital X, this one, capital X value into T. That's only solution we have taken in equation 2. From equation 2, I am writing this. C2 plus C3x into C1 is the solution of equation 1 when k equal to 0. Next, similarly, when k is positive, k equal to plus p square. Now how do you write k equal to plus p square? Means here say k equal to, here I will put d minus p square into c square, capital T equal to 0. Now here d square minus p square into capital X equal to 0. I am going to write this one, say d minus p square c square into capital T equal to 0. D square minus p square into x equal to 0. This one auxiliary equation, how do you write? M minus p square c square equal to 0. M square minus p square equal to 0. Now m equal to only one root. That one I am writing as p square into c square. Now how do you write m equal to p square into c square? Means you will write equation t equal to only one root. Means already I used c1, c2, c3. I am using here c4 into e power p square into c square into small t. Right. Here m square minus p square equal to 0. M equal to, what is that? Here you will get, if you send this p square, we will get m square equal to p square, m equal to plus or minus p. If the roots are plus or minus p, means how do you write the solution? Capital X equal to c5 into e power px plus c6 into e power minus px. Now u equal to capital X into capital T. What is that? Capital X is nothing but c5 into e power px plus c6 into e power minus px into c4 into e power p square c square into t is the solution of, what is that? This one is the solution of equation 1 when k equal to, what is that? P square. Right, k equal to p square. Next, only one case is remaining when k is negative, k equal to minus p square. How do you simplify this one? Here we are substituting k equal to minus p square. Means here it will put minus p square d plus p square into c square into capital T equal to 0, d square plus p square into capital X equal to 0. So this one should be the required equation. D plus p square into c square into capital T equal to 0 means that one auxiliary equation I'll write m plus p square c square equal to 0. M equal to minus p square c square. So this one I will write whenever only one root means capital T equal to c7 into e power minus p square c square into t. Right. Similarly, you will find d square plus p square into capital X equal to 0, m square plus p square equal to 0, m equal to plus or minus pi. How do you write, say, whenever plus or minus complex roots is there, means you will write capital X equal to c8 into cos px plus c9 into sin px. What is that? U equal to x comma t from equation 2. U equal to x comma t is, this is x value and this is t value. C8 into cos px plus c9 into sin px into c7 into e power minus p square c square into t is the solution of the equation 1 when k is negative. Right. Now equation 5, 6, 7 gives various possible solution of one-dimensional heat equation. Which is the best possible solution? Means equation 7 is the best possible solution. That's all in today's class.